The Democratic National Convention will kick off its second night of events tonight. That will include speakers Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and former President Bill Clinton after Bernie Sanders said this last night.
Our movement continues and is getting stronger every day. Many of the ideas we fought for that just a few years ago were considered radical are now mainstream.
Sort of terrifying. Let's bring in James Freeman from the Wall Street Journal. He is also a Fox News contributor. So, James, you know, this is a financial show. I want to talk about the economic issues, which is really the way, I mean, that's the most terrifying thing about what Bernie Sanders said is, you know, like a lot of things that he talked about, Medicare for all, you know, this income for everyone. These ideas that had been rejected over decades are all of a sudden, as he said, now considered mainstream. Last time it seemed like they tried to put out this message that it's a very moderate party. We have John Kasich here. We're, you know, very middle of the road. You don't have to be afraid. But then you have Bernie Sanders saying something like that. You have AOC coming out tonight. What's the economic truth of the Democrats this cycle?
Well, I think you have to be concerned, given, as you said, how excited Bernie Sanders is about the Biden candidacy now. AOC served as the co-chair of what they called the Biden-Sanders Unity Task Force. If you want to be frightened about the free market economy, you can Google that, and it's posted on joebiden.com. It's about 110 pages of plans on how to make the government much, much bigger. You had the story on California. This is kind of a little bit of a preview. If you try to drive carbon out of the energy economy, of the shortages you can expect, that's a part of this plan, but there's much more to it. And AOC is only going to have a moment to say hello tonight to television viewers, but there's no question that she and Bernie Sanders have had an enormous impact on creating this agenda.
And you know, Kamala Harris and Joe Biden have both said that they are for getting rid of fracking. I mean, if you live in so many of the states where fracking is a huge part of the economy, this really harkens back to Hillary Clinton saying she was going to drive those coal miners out of business and end those jobs. It had a bigger impact than she thought. I think later she tried to say it was a slip of the tongue. But these two that are actually on the ticket, forget AOC and Bernie Sanders, are saying, we'll get rid of fracking. That's a big deal in Wyoming, North Dakota, Pennsylvania, a lot of places, no?
Yeah, and you mentioned Pennsylvania. I think that's sort of the strategy of this convention is to set a mood and present an image that's appealing to people in middle America, but you study the underlying substance and it's very hostile. We're going to hear about Pennsylvania tonight, Scranton, Pennsylvania in particular, where Joe Biden lived until the Eisenhower administration. And I think you look now at the underlying policy where it's talking about transitioning, retrofitting buildings across the country, converting all school buses to alternative energy, and rapidly getting to a net zero emissions economy. This is extremely expensive, impractical. You're seeing in California, they've tried to go part of the way toward this heavy reliance on alternative fuels that are not economically viable. It literally means you can go without power. Doesn't get much worse than that when you're talking about energy production.
Yes, and we see this in California all the time. They have these brownouts. They have these enormous fires. They say it's because they haven't spent money on the infrastructure. When you drill down on that, you see the reason why they haven't spent money on the infrastructure is that a lot of that money has been diverted to these alternative fuel plans. And then while everybody's paying really high prices, you can only pay for this solar and this, which isn't producing enough energy, and then there isn't money left to redo the infrastructure, to secure the grid, and you have these fires. I mean, that's one of the many problems they have. You said there in your answer, though, if you drill down on the underlying economic principles or the underlying policy, no one does that, except for the Wall Street Journal and us. But regular people don't have time for that. And my concern is that they disguise what this Biden Harris administration would mean for taxes, for policy, for energy jobs. I mean, how do you get that point across to people?
Yeah, and it is a challenge. I think it's also, we should be clear, and this is why this is kind of a bizarre year where you've seen Biden move to the left after winning the nomination. The reason he is the nominee is because across the country on Super Tuesday, he trounced Bernie Sanders, and the exit polling showed that most Democrats, do not consider themselves very liberal. They consider themselves moderate, even conservative in some cases. So it's not just sort of Republicans and centrists that don't want the hardcore Bernie Sanders move away from the market economy. It's also Democrats. And so I think in speaking to their own voters, this is why they are taking great care this week in not describing too much of the agenda and focusing on saying nasty things about the president.
Well, the real question is, who comes out to vote? I mean, that's what it always comes down to. You say most Democrats are moderate, but do they show up? I mean, that's really what it comes down to. James Freeman, thank you so much. Always brilliant. We appreciate it.